Hey, this is Raibu, and welcome to Noob, where I, one of the biggest noobs in the world, teach you, one of the other noobs in the world, how to play Counter-Strike Global Offensive, or as we all know it as CSGO. Alright, so little background. I've only been playing this game for about maybe 100 to 110 hours, hence the fact that I consider myself still a noob. I have maybe played two or three competitive matches, and that's only because a friend of mine dragged me into one of them, and yeah, so I would not be doing that by myself for a little bit more time. I've set a goal for myself, so I'll be getting there soon. All right. One of the biggest questions that I hear when I'm playing CS:GO, and you definitely could tell when somebody's brand new to the game, and it's not a simple answer to the question, but here's a question: how do I aim in CS:GO? How do I make sure that that I hit these people, with all these bullets that I'm shooting? Okay, and yes, it can be frustrating, considering the fact that if you have an AK-47 or what is one of the other ones? The AK-47 is pretty wild. The Negev is pretty wild. And you're shooting all these bullets, and you're like, okay, the guy's still standing there. Did I hit him at all? And then the guy shoots you with one bullet. It seems like one bullet that he just shoots you with, and you're down. And then the screen pops up, and it says, one hit for 12 points of damage. And then you're like, what? Oh my god, I can't believe it. Oh my god, I just shot so many bullets, and it's only, oh my god, I can't hit this game. Calm down. It'll be alright. Alright, so one of the first things you gotta do is go to Google and type in CSGO Crosshair. Okay? Now, you go to this one. It says CSGO Crosshair Generator. And you make sure it's under the CSGO Crosshair.dathosts.net. Okay? Because the other one, I don't think it works. It says taken down because of cost. Whatever. There's probably other ones, but this is the one that I used. It was the first one I found, and it worked, so I didn't decide to go to any other ones. Alright, so now in the little screen here, you see the mid area of Dust 2. Okay, I'll get into the terminology of where everything is a lot later. But for now, just understand this is mid on Dust 2. Okay. You could also change it to different other maps. Like, I think Inferno's on here and Nuke is on here, but this is fine enough. You have a lot of dark areas, have a lot of light areas, and that's very important when you're fixing your crosshairs. Okay, so first thing we want to work on is the size of our crosshair, because the bigger your crosshair is, okay, the harder it's going to be for you to pinpoint where you're going to shoot somebody. If you're just slightly off on your cursor, then you're going to be slightly off as you're trying to shoot this person. Okay? Now, there's people that say your bullets do not go where your crosshairs go. But I'm going to talk about that in a minute. So, let's just get through the crosshair part, and okay. So now here over the side, we have the alpha. The alpha is how transparent your crosshairs are. You don't want this at 0. Okay, anywhere between I say between 125 and 255 is good. Okay, I had mine at 200 when I started. Okay, thickness. If you go under 0.5, you have nothing. Okay, I think my current one is at 1 or 1.5, but I'm going to change it today. So let's go to 0.5. All right, it's nice thin crosshairs. Now the size. You go, the higher you go, the longer your crosshairs are going to be. It goes all the way from 0 to 0 to 100. Okay. I wouldn't see a reason for having such a huge crosshair. It just makes no sense to me. So let's bring that down to about. Let's make it tiny. Let's bring it down to about 3. Okay. Now I have it set to dynamic. Okay. The reason why I have it set to dynamic right at the moment is because this is one thing that you're going to see if you have your crosshair set to dynamic in game. Okay. When you move, that space in the middle gets larger. That gap. Okay. That means you're not going to have an accurate shot. Okay. The wider this goes, the less accurate your shot's going to be. And I'll show you some more of that in a minute when we get to talking about the actual weapons. Okay, so now it says here gap size. I usually don't play with the gap size because of the dynamic crosshair. But I do like to add a dot in the middle. I like the dot. Okay? Because even if I am not in an accurate space, I can still point my dot at someone, and I know I may not be getting directly in that area, but I'm getting somewhere near him, and all I have to do is calm down and take another shot. Okay? So, next thing is the color. The color of your crosshairs is very important. Okay? If you choose white, it's all good, right? But guess where you're going to lose your cursor, or you're going to lose your crosshairs in anything that's really light colored. You can barely see it. Okay, it's good against dark areas like this, but when you're trying to shoot somebody that's sitting on top of a building, you're going to lose your crosshairs. You can choose black. Also good for, getting people and those that have that light background behind them. But once you get, say somebody's standing in front of this Humvee here, you just lost your crosshair. You won't be able to see where it's going. You can see in the shadow. There you go. There you go. You can barely see it. So try to refrain from getting those colors in. Now, I personally like purple. Okay? But, come on now, change to purple. But I still have that problem where it's hard to see on certain surfaces. So I would say a light green, a yellow, sometimes a red would also be good. but I choose like a nice bright orange. A little bit brighter. Oh, a little darker than that. So you can do like day 9 and choose your favorite color. Let me change, put this up. Here we go. Yeah, I like this better. Okay. You could be like day 9 and choose, he has his favorite day 9 yellow that he uses as his cursor, and that's fine. Some people use a very light pink or purple, or just make sure you have a color that you can see no matter where you put your crosshairs. Okay? So that you can make the shots that you want to make. Alright, now, once you find out the configuration that you like, okay, you get on here, you can say copy and paste variables to config or config to text field. Okay. How about we just copy and paste this, and then we just put the variables directly into the console. And I'll talk about the console in a sec. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, now we're in CSGO. So before you can take what you just copied out of off that one website, you have to go and make sure your console is enabled. To do this, you go to Options, Game Settings, and then this fourth thing down here is Enable Developer Console. Make sure that says yes. Okay? Then you go directly to your keyboard, mouse, or your controller settings, and you to find out by going to Toggle Console to find out what key you need to use to open it. Okay. Now let's see. I'll go to here because I know there's a certain pages on here that you can't open up your console on, but this is one of them that you can. So you hit the key that you need, and then you right-click in this field down here, and then click on Paste. Okay. Now this is all the information that the CSGO needs in order to change your crosshairs. Okay? Then you click Submit, and you don't have to do this ever again. It's in the system. Okay? So now, get rid of that. And let's go see what our crosshair now looks like. I'll be right back. Let me just hop into a game real quick. Alright, now I went ahead and gone in to it's a game mode, but without bots, without anybody playing against me. Now this is a good place to practice, okay? Because you can practice shooting, you can practice placing the bomb, you can, knife skills, whatever. Okay, the knife skills thing was a joke, okay? Alright, so you can come here and do whatever you want, you won't get bothered, even the time doesn't really matter. But, okay, let's get back to aiming. Now, you see how our crosshairs look, right? It looks exactly the same way that we had it when we created it in the crosshair calculator? Creator? Yeah, okay, we'll go with that. Calculator or creator, whatever. Alright, now, that was the first part of getting your accuracy up. Now hit escape. You get help and options. keyboard and mouse. Okay. Now this is something that was suggested by one of my friends who plays way too much CS:GO. He says, bring your mouse sensitivity way down. Okay? Not too far down, but down far enough to where you can control the movement of your mouse without, like if you just move your mouse a centimeter over or a half an inch over, and your mouse winds up like all the way over here, your cursor or whatever winds up all the way over here, then you need to bring down your sensitivity way down. Okay? Now, if you move it a centimeter and you don't see your crosshairs moving at all, then your sensitivity is too far down. You have to bring it up. Okay, so now you'll notice I still have the dynamic crosshairs on, okay? Now, watch what happens when I move. You see that? When I move, the crosshairs whitened. Okay? That is telling me that while I'm moving, I am unable to get an accurate shot. Okay? But you see something else? When I change my direction, for a split second, I have full accuracy. Okay? Especially, this is really good, especially if you're trying to just peek around a corner. Okay? Also, when you shoot, your crosshairs open up. That doesn't mean that the shot that you just made is inaccurate. What it means is if you shoot again before these crosshairs close up, you're not going to get an accurate shot. Now let me show you. Come over here to this wall. Okay. Now you see how the I was pointing in one spot, and you see all of these other bullet holes? It's because you wasn't accurate. Now, if this is where your enemy was and not here, you missed him. You missed him. Over here, you missed him. Okay? Now, if this was dead smack in the middle of his chest, I don't think you missed him, but I've seen it to where you can, have a grouping like that, and you can still, quote unquote, miss the person. All right? Now, what's good about this weapon, this Glock 18, is if I hit right click, I can go to burst fire mode. Okay? In burst fire mode, I am not accurate. Okay? Now, that first shot will go exactly where you want it, depending on how close you are. Okay? But if you are on burst and you're further away, this is what it's going to look like. So now I was lucky to have that first shot hit close to where I wanted it. Right? You can test this with just about any weapon that you have, any automatic weapon. If you hold down the button, or hold down the left mouse button, or whatever button you're using on your controller, or your mouse, or your keyboard, whatever. If you just let it do the automatic thing, and then just relax. And then you'll see, once you relax, you'll see about how close you were to your first shot, to your where you wanted to shoot. All right. Take it off automatic. Shoot once, you're accurate. See what I'm saying? Okay. Now, let me see about placing this. I'll be right back, and I'm going to show you a rifle. Alright. Alright, catch you in a sec. Alright, now I have a rifle. AK-47 to be exact. And when I move, you see the crosshair moves a lot wider. It means it's a lot more inaccurate than it is than the Glock 18. Okay, here's the show you. Now, watch this. This is me jumping with the Glock 18. Okay, very inaccurate. Same thing with the AK-47. Okay. Now, if I just shoot once with the AK-47, I'm pretty accurate. Matter of fact, I am so accurate with it. Ooh, chickens. Okay. I love shooting chickens. Let's see. See that chicken right there? We're gonna go up here. We're gonna snipe that chicken. Okay. Now, I've gotten kicked off of a few I guess a few servers directly out of a few games because I was able to snipe with the AK-47 just as good as I could with an AWP. And I really hate the AWP. Okay? I really hate that weapon. Oh, it disappeared before we got here. Okay. Even at a long distance, this weapon is super accurate. Oops, missed it. Wait. Was that a chicken? There we go, that's a chicken. Well, it was a chicken too, I just missed it, oh well. But anyway, this is a super accurate weapon. Unless you do this. Your first shot was on point. Where did the rest of your shots go? See what I'm saying? Now, if you just do short bursts, okay? You keep your grouping small, shoot directly in the chest, alright? Keep your grouping small, and you'll be a lot more accurate than if you just try to spray the person down. Okay? If you do try to spray the person down, you have to work in the opposite direction as all of this. Okay? See how that goes up and then to the right? Well, guess where you have to aim. Right? Down and to the left. Basically. You have to fight against the pattern. Now, every weapon has its own natural pattern. Okay, just come into this mode where you're playing it just against bots, and don't put any bots in. Just pick a weapon, and then stupid. Just pick a weapon, and then just test out what the pattern is, and you'll know exactly how you have to fight against when you want to spray. Now, if you don't want to spray, then remember, 2 shots, 3 shots at a time, super accurate. Okay, 1 shot, super accurate. Let's see if it'll stay on there. I want to shoot you. Let's see. Let's find something else. Will you leave a mark? Oh, you didn't leave a mark. That's why there was no mark when I came up last time. Okay, let's go under that sign. Well, see, now it shows me the bullet hole in the sign. Are you serious? Okay. Super accurate. Okay. Now, you can't do that with shotguns. You do that mostly with rifles. You can't do it with shotguns. Shotguns are not that accurate. Pistols are for the most part accurate. I don't think there's a pistol that's like way off. Except for like the Tech 9 would probably, you know, give you one of these. Nope. Okay? The Tech 9 will probably give you one of these. If you have it on automatic. Let's see, what does the Glock 18 do? Yeah. Almost, you know. So, let's see. Now, if you want to practice your accuracy, I suggest coming into this mode. This is death mode. Or deathmatch. Okay? Now, deathmatch, there's some boards that have some levels that just have these chickens flying around or moving around. These are perfect targets. Okay? They're moving targets as well, especially if you don't hit them. They run away from wherever you shot. You also have some debris lying around that you can shoot at. Okay? You have, you know, tires, crates, cans. You know, you have a whole bunch of stuff here to shoot. Small things. And you can try to shoot them from a distance to see how accurate you are. Practice, practice, practice. And then, yeah, maybe you'll get kicked off of a server for using an AK-47. I still don't get that, but it happened. Like, you could still snipe with an AK-47. You could still, you know, snipe that guy peeking over that box, or snipe somebody going between those doors, you know, if you time it right. You could do the same thing with an M4, by the way. Another one of my favorite rifles. Yeah, of course, anything with a scope you can pretty much do that with if you're looking through the scope. If you're not looking through the scope, then forget trying to be accurate with it. So, that is all I have to say about aiming. If you have anything you want to add as far as aiming is concerned, and getting your accuracy, to increase your accuracy, and I haven't mentioned it here, just go ahead, shoot me a message, and in the next couple of videos, after reading your message, I will go ahead and give credit you for what you said. Okay? Alright. If you like the episode, give it a like. You know, the whole normal spiel. If you want to see more of these tutorials, subscribe. Because there will be more. I don't know how many more, because I'm really trying not to go into like an expert. I'm not trying to be an expert at this. There are some expert advice that I've gotten from TheWarOwl that I have been using in my games, but I don't want to give you that information. I want you to go over to the TheWarOwl's channel and check that out. Also, AnderZel and Frankie, if you know those guys, they've also been starting up a series similar to this one, okay, also with more expert advice than what I can give you. So, if you want more expert advice, then go ahead and go to their pages. I'm not going to be covering anything expert until I feel that I am an expert. Understand? Okay. So, I will check you later. I'll see you in the next episode. Alright. Bye-bye. Hey, this is Raibu, and welcome to my YouTube channel, where I show you my love for games. I don't just play Minecraft. At the moment, I am also learning how to play League of Legends.
Kill this target.
This is me getting my first double kill while being tutored by a viewer and a friend.
Yeah. Good job.
I don't always win. I also play Rust, which is kind of like Minecraft, but deadlier. And I always stick to one rule on my channel. Since I'm a student, no videos until my homework is done. I will be playing more games in the future, and doing some collabs, as well as make tutorials.